Hello everyone and welcome to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Let's Fund. Now you may be wondering why we're looking at a browser window of Penny Arcade's Extra Credits Season 1 Episode 15 Facing Controversy, which, by the way, if you have not seen, I strongly urge you to go watch it. Feel free to pause this video or, well, I wouldn't say completely ignore this video, but feel free to pause this video and go watch it. Otherwise, please watch it after this video is over. Now, what I want to go ahead and tell you is the reason why we're looking at this page is because during the course of watching this particular episode, there is a game that is mentioned that is pointed at as a grand example of how the gaming culture needs to expand, I guess you could say. I really don't want to go into it because it's all covered inside the episode, and they do a much better and much more fun job than I could do. But what I am going to tell you is they point out a game that was brought to light and then quickly buried about 5 years ago. And the reason I mention that is because what I would like to do is I'd like to draw your attention to this. Indiegogo page, Imagination is the Only Escape. And now all I'm going to do for you here is I'm just going to read you the headline. An educational, story-driven game about the Holocaust through the eyes of a child for PC, iOS, Android, and Mac. Now the reason why this is an Indiegogo title is because as you can possibly imagine, a story-driven game about the Holocaust is not exactly something that major publishers and major console stakeholders want to have under their name. It's a very dangerous, there's really no way to explain it. It's just one of those topics that when you step on it, it's sort of like stepping on a live landmine, and you have a chance of blowing off both your feet. And because of that, nobody wants to touch it. And I know this for a fact because I did not want to do this video, because I don't feel that my voice can carry enough weight to get what this game needs to come to light, basically. I did this once before for Pulse, but Pulse is a fun and interesting game and basically makes you blind. Well, it basically makes you Daredevil, is what it does. And so it's a fun, happy game for the most part. It doesn't touch on any subjects that can scare or basically ruin people or companies. But this game is more important than that. And so I want to bring to your guys' attention this campaign. Now, I also tried to bring this to the attention of several people. If any of you follow me on Twitter, I tried to bring this to the attention of a lot of different people on Twitter, a lot of heavy names in the independent gaming division area, a lot of Let's Players, a lot of other people. I pointed it out to them. I said, guys, you guys have a voice, and people out there listen to you. For the love of God, point them to this. And as far as I am currently aware, they have not done so. And so I'm taking it into myself to poorly, mind you, make this video to bring it to you guys, my currently 1,200 watchers. I want you guys to take a look at this video and take a look at this content and take a look at this game. Now, a couple of people who did respond to me said that, oh, they're looking for a huge funding goal. Yes, they are looking for a $125,000 goal. Absolutely. But if you look down here, it is a flexible funding campaign, which means this campaign will receive all funds raised even if it does not reach its goal. Now, apparently that scares a lot of people as well, because what a lot of people expect is, I will donate, but if it doesn't reach this goal, I will get my money back. Well, in this case, if you donate, you will not get your money back. They get whatever you give them. Now, I will say that the Indiegogo page isn't set up 100% perfect, because if we scroll down towards the bottom, we do find, and I'm going to skip past the images for now, we do find a progress meter for 25, 50,000, 75, 100,000, 125,000, but these amounts are not laid out as any kind of goal settings in this area, and I'm not entirely sure why. I have brought it up with the creator, Luke Bernard, and this is Luke Bernard, by the way, if any of you were curious. This is his Twitter page. If you ever have any questions about the game, I'm pretty sure he's more than happy to answer them. Feel free to follow him, feel free to talk about it, all that wonderful stuff. But so I did bring it up with him, and I said, can you please denote what these different tiers are supposed to be for? Because he's not looking for a publisher. He's not looking to complete the game as far as I'm aware. He's looking to get it out there into the world, and so this page is to help fund the ability to do that. This game has been in development for a very long time. It tried to come out 5 years ago, didn't make it. It's changed a lot since then because it was originally supposed to be ported to the Nintendo DS. Now, I'm sure most of you can understand how Nintendo felt about that. It didn't happen. But now, with things like crowdfunding and things like iOS and PC and Steam and just generally, here's a game, buy it from me, download it, that kind of digital distribution, this game has a higher potential chance to happen. And it falls into the category of what a lot of people have stated is a larger, more adult And I don't mean like triple X adult. I mean like more mature gaming experience, and that's what this game tries to do. And I don't know if people are scared off by it, or if they're just scared of what kind of negative tension it could bring them if they bring attention to it. But I think this is too important to care about that, personally. That is my personal opinion. Take it as you will. Now, I am not asking for you guys to donate. If you have the money, if you believe in the campaign, if you think this thing should come out as much as I do, feel free to donate. That's not really what I'm aiming for, though. That's a lot of the response that I got was, oh, they're asking for so much money. But I've seen Kickstarter campaigns end up in the millions for a campaign that asks for like $200,000. They've come out with like $5 million. So $125,000 goal is not that high. But that's not the main point of this. The main point of this is to spread the word. Now, I can do it through you guys, which is great. But I would like very much if you guys could do it through your own areas, whether it be through Facebook or through Twitter or through word of mouth or through whatever. Mention this game. Tell people about this game. Tell them that it exists. And as you can see, as the date of this recording and hopefully of the uploading, there are 29 days left in the campaign. And I don't think they're going to get I don't think they're going to get $225,000, but I think Luke deserves the attention. Because this game is not something that he let die. He brought it back. And you guys may have a lot of questions that you may wish to ask me. I don't have all the information. You may wish to ask Luke, and absolutely please ask Luke. I'm pretty sure he's more than happy to answer any questions. And if you have any additional questions, there's a few articles out there, and this is the sad part. There's only like 1 or 2 articles out there. Here's one of them. This is The Verge. This is one of the articles I read. They actually did interview Luke, and he has some things to say about it. And all of these things, as you can see, I'm pretty sure I will or have put the links here on the video for you. Please, please, please open them, look at them, read them, look up information for this game. This game is not meant to make fun of. It is not meant to lighten. It is not meant to in any way say that what happened during the Holocaust was fun or happy or anything like that. It is to teach people who play this game what it was like. And I am going to go ahead and throw a little bit of information in there that I do know. He did, in fact, show this to a Holocaust survivor. He took it to a person who survived the Holocaust and said, I want to make this game. What do you think? And I follow Luke on Twitter, and I followed a conversation with him, and he honestly said the guy was offended. Initially was offended. He did say, you know, the guy was offended, but then when he explained it to him, when he explained what the game was for, and what it was meant to do, and what it was meant to show, and how he was going to portray it to the player, this guy who went through this crap and came out the other side said, okay, I approve of this. So if you guys are like, oh my god, what is he doing? He's a horrible human being. This is the worst thing ever. He has taken it to the only person who has the right, or only, I guess, only people who have the right to even suggest that, and has asked if it's okay, if what he's doing is a good or bad thing, and he has been given at least a small bit of approval to continue forward. And of course, everyone's opinion is different. Everyone's opinion is different. So absolutely, if you guys don't feel like this game should come out, if you guys don't feel like this game is something that not only will help children and adults, everybody basically, learn about a piece of history that should absolutely not be forgotten, but also push gaming into a more mature, more adult, a better frame to say, not only can we make games where we run around shooting Nazi zombies, not only can we make games where we run around acting like a piece of food or a shiny flying cat or whatever ungodly, imaginative, psycho, backwards crap that we come up with, but we can also make games that teach. We can also make games that show how dark people can be, but as well as just to show you, to remember and to solidify history and say, this is what it was like. Here's a way to interact with this story. Here's a way to interact with this world. A way to jump in there and say, this is super important. This is what gaming can become. This is what gaming can do. And that is a big step for us. That is a huge step for us as a community, as everything, as gamers ourselves, to be able to say, we're mature enough to accept this. So absolutely, if you guys believe in this, watch the video, read the synopsis, look at the pictures, read read all the coverages, watch the Penny Arcade episode, watch what they have to say about this game. It's a very short blurb in the middle of the video, but absolutely watch it, talk to Luke, do everything you can, but spread the word that this game exists. Tell people, if you have an extra buck, if you have $1, if you have $5, I mean, they have different tiers, of course, and like any other campaign, it goes up, 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 up. If you have this kind of if you have the money, or if you just have the will and the want, spread the word. Let people know that this exists. I'm letting you know it exists because that's my contribution. and I'm hoping that you guys will let other people know that it exists, and that somehow, Luke can get the funding that he needs to get this game out there. Because if this game comes out, I'm absolutely getting it. Hell, I'd absolutely ask for a copy of this game whether it came out or not. I swear, this game is too important to let it die. It really, really is. And every time I've tried to do this video like 5 or 6 or 7 times. Every time I felt like I haven't done the campaign or the content justice. And I feel like if I go through it and explain it to everybody and read it to everybody and say this is this and this is this, that I will completely destroy what I'm trying to do. So what I really want to do is just bring your guys' attention to it. And so here it is. And once again, I will be putting the links down here on the video for you guys. Look it up, read it, watch the video, watch what Luke has to say about it, ask him about it, talk to everybody about it, and then if you think, as I said before, if you think that this game should be out there, not just as the game itself, but for what it can do for the gaming community as a whole, absolutely tell people about it. Put it up on Twitter, put it on your Facebook, send it to your friends, ask other people to send it to their friends. Just get the word out there. That is more important than this dollar value. It absolutely is. But once again, if you do have a buck or two to throw at it, do that too, because that's also important. But normally, of course, I'd show you guys a gameplay video or something like that, or gameplay footage, but there is no demo for this, and I can kind of understand why. There's no prototype, there's no demo. There's just the videos and the screenshots and the explanation, and that, for now, I think will have to be good enough. But for now, I would like to thank you all very, 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 very much for listening to me, and for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Fund, a new type of video from me, I suppose, of Imagination is the Only Escape. And I strongly, strongly urge you to check it out. And keep an open mind. Two very important things. And I will see you next video.